Okay, go.
This plastic piece with the wires on it go in here in this slot. The bolt goes down here. So get that, and then you can go ahead and tighten that up a little bit. Okay. At this point, so get your other nut and just put it in your styrofoam that'll hold it in place. You want to position them so they're again at the bottom of that slot because of carpet floors. But you don't want to make sure that that bracket doesn't stick above this track. It should be below the track a little bit. Yeah, 2 nuts. Leave one up. Yep. You ready? You're going to want track brackets, one at the bottom stair, and then you're going to find your next splice, and you're going to want one below that splice somewhere.
A splice is where 2 pieces of track come together.
Now in this incident, in this situation, the splice is here, so there's not enough room to put your bracket because the splice is right there and the bolt won't go through. So you're going to have to back down to the next step. I'm going to position it so it's at the very bottom. I'm just going to snug it, I'm not going to tighten it.
That's myself.
Go ahead.
And what are you doing there?
And then this is your last bracket that goes on the top.
The bolts should be in the top unit on that. The big 3/8 bolts for it are already shipped on the unit.
Okay. I think in this case, well, you can get to it, can't you? Yep.
Can I?
What extension cord did you want to use? Okay. Okay, now that we've got all our brackets on, you've got brackets there, here, and at the top. We're going to, what we'll do after you get all your brackets on, go ahead and cut this cable. You just pull this piece out. It's a warning. Urgent, go ahead and read this. Unwind that. And then go ahead and push it in here. The black part. Go ahead and pop it into that groove right there. Just like that. Okay, hang on for a second. Okay, now that I've cut this cable loose, you've put it in the slot here. You're going to get in your hardware bag. And you're going to get these clips.
Here, wait.
Go ahead and come on close.
I'm just zooming.
Okay, you're going to take the clips. Do not peel the sticky stuff off yet. Leave it on there just to protect it until the very end. You're going to pull the gray side of the cable out. You're going to bring it down about 5 inches from the unit. And you're going to clip it. So the white's going to go on the back, and the insertion side is going to go facing up. Go ahead and put it on. Once it's on there, put it in the position you want it. Peel the tape off the back side. And then there's a groove right there. Snap it in there. And you can see the groove. It runs all the way up. So you're going to put one right there. I'm going to pop the second one in, pull down on the cord, make sure the cord's tight, and then snap it in there. I already peeled the sticker off. The third one, pop it on. These are kind of tough to pop on and off. Okay, pop it on there, pull the sticker off. Now you're going to want to pull down on this to make sure that cord is tight in there. Okay, and snap it in there. That's going to hold your cable in place. Okay, now that we've got this power cord snapped in place, we're going to take our measurement again. 3.5 inches is what it was. We're going to bring the unit over where it's 3.5 inches off the wall. Now we're going to start screwing down the brackets to the floor. Okay, so again, you're just going to and sometimes do one, then the other, just to make them tight, but don't break them off. You can break these screws off. Okay, you get those done. Check over here, make sure it's at the bottom all the way, and do that. The main thing to check when you're doing this is that it's up tight against the side of the track, and then the slot, the nut's all the way at the bottom of the slot. For carpet. If you're doing wood floors or concrete floors, you're going to want that bolt about middle of the slot. And you can see it sucks it down pretty good, quite a bit. We were at the bottom when we started, now we're at the top here. Okay? This one, we're about middle of the, this carpet's worn more, so this is going to not quite suck down as much as the back side. Don't tighten them up at this point, just screw them down to the floor. Here's where you alternate them back and forth. As you can see, it sucks it down a lot. Okay, as you can see, I tightened these two bottom ones, the middle one, and now he's tightening the top ones. As you can see, you can't tighten these because the unit's in the way. So leave those loose, get all the others tightened. We'll plug the unit in, we'll run it down to where we can get those last two brackets. One thing, you don't want to get on it until you get all the brackets tightened down.
You're in my way.
Screwed to the floor and bolt.
I'm trying to get that picture. Hello.
So once he gets those done, what I'm going to do, you can always tighten, after you get all the track brackets done up, and we can still do it even though we haven't got those yet, you can go ahead and tighten these back ones. Okay? We're not tightening the front ones, just the back ones closest to the wall. The reason you do the back ones and not the front ones, as you know, walking up the stairs over the years smashes down the carpet. So when you put that unit on and you screw the brackets down, the back one, remember, sucked down a lot more. The front one didn't suck down as much. Well, your lift's going to be leaning. Your track's going to be leaning to the inside because there's not as much padding on the inside. So you tighten the back ones down, and we left space in here. We put these in the middle, remember? What we're going to do is, you'll see us as we do it, we'll bring the unit all the way to the bottom. We'll put the level on the unit, and then we'll lift the unit back. We'll lift this up a little bit. This bolt will slide up in this slot. Then once it's level, we'll tighten the front down. And we'll show you how to do that as we go. That's the reason why you tighten the back and not the front at this point. Where's the seat?
Now, what I would like.
Now what we're going to do, this seat, you're going to see it, it's going to be leaning most likely too far forward or too far backwards, depending on the angle of your stairs. So you're going to have to level it so that it's level here. What you do is, Your footrest is going to be in that position. Push it in the down position. And then you'll see him take these two bolts loose.